So let us try to quickly create a RESTful web services project. So there is a link which is provided over here. We can just click on that onto that link, and you'll see that there is a github.com slash pbowser211 slash restful, and you can get the access of this project. So we have the pom.xml file, which is this is basically a Maven based project where we have these dependencies to be defined. So we'll go to your favorite IDE, and then let's try to create a new project, which is going to be basically a Maven based project, RESTful test. We'll provide up the artifact ID com.mycompany, and then RESTful test. So those people who are already knowing of the Git, they will be able to clone this whole project onto their environment, and then they'll be able to play around with it. Otherwise, this project is accessible onto the internet. You can just define these dependencies. When these dependencies are defined, you can actually check it into the external libraries, the dependencies which has been imported. If it is not there, just try to right click onto the pom.xml and then see whether the dependencies are imported or not. These are the Spring Boot main base dependencies which is imported over here. We'll just go and create a package com.company, or you can say my company, and we'll be creating up the let's say a class called as a hello controller. We will define here enable auto configuration @controller, and we don't need a component scan, so that means we are fine. @request mapping, which essentially means that whenever someone will be calling my service with /hello, one of the methods will get called. So here we'll have the request mapping onto the method is that this is my default method which needs to be called, and then we'll have a response body over here, and then we'll just say that public string hello return hello world. Sounds good. And we will have the main method defined. Most of the time this main method would be defined into a separate class, but since this is our first project, I'm defining up the main method into the controller, and then we'll say that as Spring application dot run hello controller dot class and set of arguments. Once we do this, we would be just going and running up our class which is hello controller. So if you'll see over here, we can actually see that we have a mapping of /hello onto the method of your hello controller. Hello method is being done. So this basically means that your method, which is a hello method, is exposed as an endpoint. That's what the RESTful web services is all about. So your Java method accessible over the internet onto HTTP protocol is what web service is. So we can actually go ahead to the Chrome, and then we'll just hit here the HTTP get localhost colon 8080. Let me just type in localhost colon 8080 / hello. Just click onto the send, and if you'll see over here, you receive a response which is hello world. So in a very simple sense, to have your project work as a web services, create a Maven based project, have your pom.xml file, define the parent tag which is a Spring Boot starter project, define the dependencies which is Spring Boot starter web, go to the controller, create @controller, enable auto configuration, request mapping which is /hello, define one method, where you'll have the request mapping, which is this is important. If you don't define this, endpoint will not be created. Define it as a response body. Just return a string from here, and into the main method just make sure that you have the Spring application run hello controller.class, and then this will expose as a web services. So try to create this as your own project and then make it run.